So you just got a new graphics card, or maybe you're finally upgrading from an old one, and now it's sitting there in the box while you're wondering if this is actually something you can do yourself. I promise you it is. Physically installing a GPU is genuinely one of the easiest upgrades you can do to a PC. It takes about 10 minutes once you know what you're doing, and I'm going to walk you through every single step, plus the couple of small mistakes that cause almost every no-picture problem afterward. Let's also talk quickly about what you actually need on hand before starting, because having everything ready ahead of time makes this whole process a lot smoother. All you really need is a Phillips head screwdriver, ideally a number 2 size, since that fits most case and bracket screws, your new graphics card itself, and ideally some kind of anti-static protection, whether that's a proper wrist strap or just being mindful about touching a grounded metal surface before you handle any components. It's also worth taking a quick photo of your existing cable layout inside the case before you start unplugging anything, purely as a reference in case you forget where something was supposed to connect once you're partway through. Before you even touch the card, there's a bit of prep worth doing first. Double check your power supply actually has enough wattage for the new card, since this is genuinely the most common mistake people make, buying a powerful GPU and then discovering their old power supply just can't handle it. Check the card's power requirements against your power supply's rated output, and it's always smart to leave yourself a bit of headroom rather than cutting it close. Also, take a second to measure your case and make sure there's enough physical clearance, since bigger graphics cards can be quite long and won't fit in every case, especially smaller or more compact builds. If you're switching to a graphics card from a different manufacturer than your old one, say going from AMD to NVIDIA or vice versa, it's worth uninstalling your old graphics drivers completely beforehand using a tool like Display Driver Uninstaller run in safe mode, since leftover driver files from a different brand can cause conflicts and black screens after you swap the hardware. Once you're ready to actually start, power everything down completely. Unplug your PC from the wall entirely and open up your case. Before touching anything inside, it's a good idea to discharge any static electricity built up in your body. You can do this simply by holding down the power button on the case for about 10 to 15 seconds after unplugging it, which drains any residual charge from the system too. If you have an anti-static wrist strap, even better. Clip it to an unpainted metal part of the case while you work. If you're replacing an old graphics card rather than installing your very first one, start by disconnecting any power cables plugged into it. These are usually 6-pin or 8-pin PCIe connectors coming from your power supply. Then look at the end of the PCIe slot on the motherboard. You'll see a small retention clip or lever. Gently push that down to release the card and carefully lift the old graphics card straight up and out. Avoid twisting or rocking it side to side. Just a gentle, straight pull. And once it's out, take a moment to inspect the slot itself for any dust and give it a quick blast of compressed air if needed. Now for the new card. Locate the topmost PCIe X16 slot on your motherboard. This is the long slot closest to your processor, and it's the one you want for maximum performance, since lower slots on some boards only provide reduced bandwidth. Before inserting anything, look at the back of your case where the card's ports will need to line up, and remove the corresponding metal slot covers. These either unscrew or snap off depending on your case design. Just save any screws since you'll need them shortly to secure the card in place. Now hold the graphics card by its edges, being careful not to touch the gold PCIe connector or any exposed circuitry on the board itself. Line up that gold connector directly over the PCIe slot, and line up the card's rear bracket with the open slot covers you just removed on the back of the case. Once everything's aligned, lower the card straight down into the slot and press down firmly and evenly along both ends until it clicks into place. That click means the retention clip has locked the card in securely. It really shouldn't take much force at all. The card only fits one way in one orientation, so if you're having to force it, stop and double check the alignment rather than pushing harder. Once it's seated, screw the card's bracket into the back of the case using the screws you saved earlier. This keeps the card from sagging or shifting over time. And if you have a particularly large, heavy card, a support bracket underneath is genuinely worth considering too, since GPU sag over months and years can actually put stress on the motherboard slot itself. Now, plug in any power cables the card requires directly from your power supply. These are the 6-pin or 8-pin PCIe connectors, and depending on how powerful your card is, it might need 1, 2, or even 3 of these connected. Double-check they're pushed in fully and securely. A loose power connector is one of the most common reasons a freshly installed card won't show any picture at all. Once everything's connected, close up your case, plug your PC back into the wall, connect your monitor cable directly to the new graphics card's ports rather than the motherboard's built-in ones, and power it on. If everything's seated properly, you should see your normal boot screen and desktop show up just like before. The very last step is installing the proper drivers, since Windows will often load a generic basic driver automatically, but you'll want the full official one for actual performance and features. Head to your graphics card manufacturer's website directly, whether that's NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel. Download the latest driver for your specific model, run the installer, and restart your computer once it's finished. If you power everything on and you're still not getting any picture at all, even after double-checking the monitor cable and the power connectors, there are a couple more things worth trying before you assume something's actually broken. First, check your monitor itself is set to the correct input source, since it's an easy thing to overlook and it's incredibly common for the monitor to simply be looking at the wrong port. Second, some motherboards need a quick setting adjusted in the BIOS to tell the system to prioritize the new dedicated graphics card over any built-in integrated graphics. So if you're still not seeing anything, restart, tap the key to enter BIOS setup, usually delete or F2 depending on your motherboard brand, and look for a setting called something like primary display or initiate graphics adapter, and then make sure it's set to PCIe or the dedicated slot rather than integrated graphics. Third, reseat the card entirely. Sometimes what feels like a solid click during installation wasn't actually a full connection, so pull it back out gently and press it back down firmly to be sure. Once you've confirmed everything is working and drivers are installed, it's worth taking a few minutes to actually verify your new card is being recognized properly. Right-click the Start button, open Task Manager, click the Performance tab, and you should see your new GPU listed there, along with real-time usage stats, which confirms Windows is seeing the card correctly, and it's ready to be used by your games and applications. If you're a gamer, this is also a good moment to open up whatever game or benchmarking tool you use most, and just confirm you're seeing the frame rate improvement you were expecting from the upgrade. And that's genuinely the whole process. No picture after installing almost always comes down to either the monitor cable still being plugged into the motherboard instead of the new card, or a power connector that isn't fully seated. So if something's not working, check those two things first before assuming anything's actually broken. If this helped you get your new graphics card installed, drop a like, it really helps this channel out. And if you want more straightforward PC build and upgrade guides like this, go ahead and subscribe because there's plenty more coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.